Martin, Bree, and a new person, Sarah. All right, thank you guys. All right, so this section is going to be our commercial for the PPE League theme immigration this year. All right, so I'm going to try to focus on more of an individual level of why people would like to immigrate, why people are leaving their countries. Okay, so the biggest reason why people want to leave is usually economics, societal concerns, or just plain old crime. Okay, so in the United States, the biggest immigrant population is Mexico, with about 23% of all immigrants coming from Mexico. So I'm going to pick on them for this. All right, so it says that a lot of them come to the United States because 3 of the top 3 universities, according to World Report and U.S. News, are all in the United States. And obviously, if you're immigrating, you want a bright future for yourself and your children, and so education is extremely important. Along with that, 11 in the top 15 universities, even at that, are also in the United States. So you got Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Caltech, and all those types of things. You know, and in Mexico, can anyone name 3 universities out of Mexico? Yeah. Okay. Another thing too is Mexican unemployment. Okay, something extremely important is people just getting jobs and working. A lot of young countries like India, you know, there's millions, literally millions of workers, and yet they just can't find jobs because the informal sector is so strong. And informal sectors means bartering, you know, negotiation between just normal things. Say, for example, here in the United States, if I give you $100,000 cash, right, or $100,000 in soap, it's most likely still going to be worth $100,000. You know, that's just business. You know, whether you sell it, they give it to you in cash or any product, it's going to be worth that amount. But in Mexico, imagine every time you tried to sell something on the street, you had to sell it at a different price. Like literally every time you go to the market, you have to buy apples at $2, then $3, then $5. You're trying to buy shirts, shoes, it's at a different price. And that can get really confusing. It can be really hard to start your own business and be successful in the long term. And with that informal sector, it's really hard to get an accurate count of what should be taken in because the prices are constantly fluctuating. I will say Mexico's employment rate, how many people they have employed, is about 97.3% according to the Trading Economics Council. So it's really good, right? What do you think, Bree? 97%?
A lot.
Yeah, it's impressive. Those are impressive numbers, but like I said, it doesn't mean anything if one day you're bringing in $100, $50, $300, like it's too inconsistent for people. In the United States, we graduate from college, we're all college students, right? And we expect a regular salary. You know, no one's taking a job here in the United States where it's like 20,000 one year, 100,000 fired, like that. Okay, thank you. On the Mason.
Alrighty, so everyone, I'm going to be talking about mainly immigration on a national level. So kind of similar to what he was talking about, but I'll be focusing more on the national level and why many immigrants are mainly, gravitating towards coming to the U.S. basically. So a study from the World Report, I've learned that immigration to more developed nations has been something that has been going on, for quite a while now. For example, Afghanistan, there's been immigrants who've immigrated to Germany, but due to the xenophobia that Germany has on many different people, it doesn't really matter. Like if you're just not German, it's something that a lot of foreign natives or just foreign people are experiencing, going to Germany to try to find, some freedom and to not be judged and not to be basically discriminated. So when they went to Germany, they discovered there's a lot of xenophobia that kind of goes on there. So instead of going to a place like that, they'd rather go to places like the U.S. where they could be more free and they could, express themselves in a better way than they could in a place like Germany. And I'm sure there's other countries, not just Germany, that also have xenophobia that countries could be people could be experiencing, specifically immigrants as well.